Your boys, we back for the scrappers. We're gonna recap UFC 301 Erceg versus Pantoja. It was actually a pretty fucking dope card, pretty fucking lit. So let's jump right into it, right into the early prelims, baby. Let's go.
Yes, great fights. Even we got so many predictions right. I even predicted that the prelims would be amazing leading into a lackluster main event, and that's kind of what we got. So let's run it through.
One
Go
thing
ahead.
too, you started off with the all Brazilian parlay, dude. In those early prelims, that's what we got, baby. It was all Brazilians.
Yeah, Brazil came to show out tonight. Very fun card. Started off with Alessandro Costa. Um, Slow first round until Alejandro lands a nice jab and then the flying knee at the end of the first. Then he hits Borjas with a perfect leg kick, hurts his leg, and then just beats the hell out of him.
Yep.
Mini Diego Lopes. This is Diego Lopes or Lopez, however you say it. That's his homie right there. Um, 120, what was this? 125er who has power like that and can get finishes like that. Welcome to the UFC. I love you, my boy Costa.
Yeah, he needed that win too, man, because he had those two losses to two other really good fighters. So like we didn't really get to see what he could do yet. And this is a good win for him to stay in the UFC and stay in the minds of the fucking fans.
Exactly. This is pretty much his showing out party, right? I feel like this is the
Sure.
first time everyone's gonna really see him.
Yeah.
So I want to see Alejandro versus the All-American Cody Durden. All
Okay.
right. We
That'd
will
be fun.
move on. Ismail Bonfim versus Vince Pichel. Ishmael, not as easy as we thought, huh?
No.
Man, he was in there with a vet. My boy Vince was there for all three rounds, took a lot of damage. Bonfim, I'm gonna say it, dude, he's not as good as we think he is. Um,
He's just a
maybe he
disappointing
can
performance.
improve. Disappointing a performance against someone he should have blew out of the water. Um, so I'm not gonna push him too hard. I say give me Bonfim versus the homie Chris Duncan, who is coming off of a loss. So that should be a great fight. Two prospects going at it. No more old men for Bonfim.
Yeah.
Moving on.
We got
Um,
it too.
your boy did not participate in the Barbosa versus Arnesta fight. So sorry about that, fellas. We'll be moving on. Rufy or Ruffy versus Malarkey. Tell them how you felt about this, because my boy Rufy pulled up.
Dude, Rufy
That
fucking
boy.
put on a show, bro. I was rooting for Malarkey in the beginning just because he is a scrapper and shit like that. And about the only thing he showed in this fight is that he's got a fucking chin. He took
Yeah.
big shots.
Hmm.
Straight from the beginning, man. Ruffy was just on it, man. He had his precision was on point, his quickness was on point, his timing was on point. He was dancing around Malarkey, having him sideways, fucking tagging him up. Malarkey, uh, Malarkey got shown some levels last night.
It's that like classic thing where like the only thing that you can pull from the fight is, man, is Malarkey tough. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like it wasn't a good night for Malarkey. Rufy, before Dean Thomas came on the mic and said it, I said it. He looking like a 145 Conor McGregor out there. Flowy, hands low. Instead of the left hand, he has the right hand. Dude, this guy is going places. I cannot wait to see this full fight again. I want to see my boy Rufy or Ruffy fight Joaquin Silva, the fool who lost to Drakkar Close, I think in the next fight or up the card. And if he can beat another Brazilian, then we got some with Rufy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down with that fight. Fucking yeah, moving right on to this fight then. Yeah, Dakar close against Joaquin Silva. I mean, even though Dakar close won this like we thought he was going to, he was a bit of a boring fight. Like he was not. showing out like I was expecting him to. He was very reserved, trying to keep Silva on the fence. Like most of the first round was they were just feeling each other out and stuff. You know, there was a couple good shots landed, but then the rest of the fight, he just Joaquin Silva just got pushed against the fence and got taken down and he took some. I mean, at the end of the round, though, Close took some pretty good shots when they separated. Like every time they got separated, Joaquin Silva was landing some good shots, staggering him. Second round, Joaquin Silva kept them against the fence most of the round. Didn't do a whole lot again. Just freaking
Mm-mm.
some shots, landed some knees. And again, when they break, Joaquin starts landing.
Joaquin.
But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
overall, I guess just based on the way the judges score the rounds, he would have taken those 2 rounds clearly because he had the octagon control and just overall controlling the pace of the fight, which is stupid. Um, I guess it's
Yeah.
not that stupid because even though Joaquin was doing damage, he wasn't doing like significant damage yet until the third round. When they get into the third round, it's still a little bit boring. Close is still trying to like take him down, put him on the fence, but he gets rocked a couple of times. He gets staggered in that third round. I mean, I thought honestly, I thought that could have been a
I
10-8
thought
round, like straight up, because he got rocked like 2 or 3 times, and then he got put in a submission. He got put in a submission, so he was like in danger at least
multiple.
whole last quarter of that round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he barely squeaked out. So I mean, I wanted to score that round at 10-8, but he took the unanimous decision, which was kind of stupid. I guess
Yeah.
he.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess unanimous decision for the first 2 rounds. Fuck it.
Yeah. Close. Close first round, landing good punches and shit. But like you said, in the second round, Close was like, bro, I'm gonna have to bore this up. So he pushes him up against the cage. And then third round, he's gassed. Close is gassed, and Silva is on that ass. No Diddy. Um, drops him.
Dropped him,
I thought he was done.
dropped him twice, dude.
Yeah. And then he's choking Close, and Close goes for like the
Dude,
tries to throw Silva on his head, and I was like, bro, it's over, it's over. I had Drakkar Close in my parlay, and I was like, there it goes. I lost my fucking money. But this dude somehow survives that position, gets up, and dude just barely survives the third round. Very, very scary for my boy Close in that third round, dude.
yeah, I didn't think he was gonna get out of that choke, but fuck, he did. That was a close fight for him. But and until the third round, it was a
Yeah.
boring fight. Completely honest.
Yeah, it was a it's a Jakar close fight. His best, like I said in the preview, his biggest highlight is what happened with Benil Dariush. That's what
Yeah,
everyone knows Jakar close for.
yeah.
So he's older, he's getting older. In his post-fight speech, it was hilarious because he wanted to call out Jalen the Tarantula Turner,
Yeah.
but like a G called him Jalen the Beetle. Give me the Beetle. Hey, that's hilarious. Give it to him. Give me Drakkar Close versus Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner just lost at
He just
300.
lost.
Drakkar is older. Give him one last go at it. Let's see Drakkar Close versus Jalen Turner. Boom, baby.
Yeah, Jalen would take that one easy. But on to the next fight. We had the freaking Eastern European Miktabik Orolabai versus the boy Elvis Brenner. This
hmm
was also kind of a disappointing fight just because it probably shouldn't have gone to a decision. Like Orolabai basically let that happen. Like he was
Yeah.
controlling the whole fight from start to finish. The first round, they're just moving around, feeling each other out. And then Olabai gets him on the cage, gets the takedown. They kind of scramble around, get up, and then he lands some big shots. Like he was landing good, clean shots on Elvis right from that first round.
Yeah,
And for some
rocking him.
reason, he wanted to turn that into grinding on the fence.
hmm
And
hmm
then that carried over to the second round some more. But Brenner, he got some big takedowns in the second round. He got a couple reversals, or I think he got one reversal in the second round. But fucking Olarolabai kept doing that shit where he's just tagging him on the feet, but then goes in for the clinch and then to the fence. And it was
They his His coaches were screaming at him for that.
Yeah,
They were like, "You're destroying him on the feet. Why are you wrestling with him? Like you can knock him out on the feet. You're an unknown fighter. Elvis is loved. Um, dude, knock him out and get your name out there, right?
exactly.
Yeah, I agree. But it shows this dude's skill, right? Great stand up, and then motherfuckers are gonna be scared of getting taken down. That only increases the stand up. This fool's gonna be a problem. It's gonna take a really good 155er with good cardio and good takedown defense to take this dude out. He's gonna be a problem for a lot of people.
For real. I want somebody to test this caveman's chin straight up.
Me too. Can you pull up his age real quick? I just want to know how you don't know if this fool's 50. You don't know if he's 18. Like,
Probably
look at
not
the
that
face
old.
on him. Like you can't tell.
How old is he? Oh, yeah,
26.
he's hella young, bro. He's
Oh
hella
my.
young. He got
Okay.
time. He got time.
Wow. We're gonna be seeing this fool. Buckle up. If you don't like the homie Orabai, buckle up. We'll be seeing him for the next fucking 8 years, probably, dude.
Yeah,
My
straight up.
goodness.
What's he
He's gonna
fighting at
touch gold.
155? Fuck, he's gonna be a problem. Yeah.
I can't, and it's a strikers division. Yeah, he's going places. So I gave him uh who did I give him? The something of Peru? What's his name? Claudio Puelles, Prince of Peru, number 36. Don't push up Mick Dick too fast. He's young, we're in no rush with this dude.
Yeah,
And
give him some
then
experience.
for the homie, you're gonna like this one. Elvis Brenner, yeah. Jamie Malarkey. One last chance from Malark. If he gets slept by Elvis, I'm sorry, brother. I think you're gonna have to I think we're gonna have to cut Jamie Malarkey soon.
Woo.
Um so yeah, give me that one and probably in the Apex on a main card.
Yeah, that would be a cool fight. I think, yeah, Orolov needs some experience. He would, even though he was gassing out Elvis hella bad with his wrestling, he himself looked a little bit gassed to me too. And
Mm-hmm.
you could tell like in the scrambles and stuff like that, he got a little bit nervous and got a little bit
Mm-hmm.
wiry. And he got desperate for the takedown and the clinch at some point. So he needs some experience for sure.
Definitely, definitely. Let's slow roll the boy. Did you participate in this fight? Because I was watching one-eyed.
I did. I was watching Carolina versus Lucindo. Um, it was an all right fight. I mean, basically what we expected happened. I did think she was gonna get a takedown, more takedowns, Eastman. Carolina did pretty good standing up. Or she got taken down quite a bit, but she got back up pretty good, and she got like kind of grinding on the fence pretty good. But she just couldn't handle the powerful shots of Eastman. She was just throwing way harder leather, um, and you could see it in Carolina's face. Her cheeks started swelling up hella bad. First round wasn't too great, but in the second and third round, they started throwing some hands, and you could tell the power difference immediately.
Yeah, I'm the fool who picked Carolina Kovacevic. I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought she would be, rangier and stay on the outside, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I picked Eastman because I
I didn't
knew
watch it.
from Carolina's other fights, she's just not a powerful fighter. She throws a lot of shots. She's got good 1-2. She's got good straights, and she freaking throws with her head down, like, just ready for counter hooks and ready for counter uppercuts to get slept. That's just what she's ready for. And she's getting older. She's fucking like 38 years old.
Yeah, she's probably one of the oldest girls in the division. All right, moving on to Burrito versus Jack Shore. Yikes.
Yeah. So exactly as we expected, right? Jack Shore just did not fill out the weight class. Brito clearly was the more dominant physically 145er, threw way more powerful shots right off the bat, fucking throwing that heat. Those leg kicks were devastating, dude. Right in the first round, right in
Dude,
the second round, you could see his leg fucking swell up, turning red and pink right away. Fucking those
dude,
leg kicks are
I've
brutal.
we've seen a lot of fights. I don't think we've ever seen someone's shin burst open because it was so bruised and so swollen. That was fucking disgusting and it was fucking crazy
Did
as
you see
hell.
that shit? It was like a hole in his shin. Fucking yeah, we've never seen somebody get a hole put in their fucking shin from leg kicks. That was insane.
It was vicious and mean, just like my homie Burrito does. This dude is mean with everything he does. He is a motherfucker for 145. And of course, for like the fifth time in a row, he calls out, Dan Ige, motherfuck! Dan Ige, motherfuck! Um, I
Yo,
love the call out. This fool is hilarious. Minimal English is always the best English for foreigners, bro. It's just funny. Um
it's the
s-
Wales.
sad. Yeah, sad for Jack Shore, dude. He was 17-0. He had never lost even in his amateur fights. Loses to Simone. Now he's losing to Burrito. Uh, it's gonna be a rough training camp for him mentally, going into this third fight.
I'm
So
happy they
hopefully
called the
Shore can
fight
bounce
though.
back.
I think some people were kind of pissed that they called the fight. I'm happy they called the fight. He's a young fighter. We're not trying to fucking mess up his shins for the rest of his life, so that way he can't continue to have a career. That was crazy. Like we said, we've never seen that before, so let's protect that shin, and hopefully he goes back down to 135 and can just show what he's got there.
Dude, go to the UFC PI if you're serious about this. Spend your training camps to in Vegas, dude, and they will get you down to 135. Yeah, the physicality difference, you could see it a mile away. Um, so yeah, matchmaking for Burrito. I do want to give him Dan Ige. I do. Uh, but I swear Dan Ige just fought backwards. I think Ige just beat Philly. Well, I don't even think Andre Philly's ranked. So it's gonna be hard to get Dan Ige to take the burrito fight. Um, but if they can do it, I guess just do it because he's called them out so many times. Dan Ige, you motherfuck. And then Jack Shore. Um, I don't know what to do with him. I think you said go down to 135
Yeah,
and look for an opponent coming off a few losses at 135.
yeah. He should go
That's
down to 135, just get his bearings back, and yeah, make sure he gets that weight cut down clean so it's sharp, and so that way he can have good performances. Stay at the UFC PI where they fucking help you out with everything. Get your shit together. That's
hmm
all.
straight up. All right, moving on to Kyle Barajo and Paul Craig. Kyle, my man, you did it. Congrats. You got the KO. Um, 1 for 2, though. You did not have a good call out yet again. This man, where is his management? But great fight from Kyle. What did you think about this one? Because he absolutely starched Paul Craig.
Well, he gave us exactly what we told him he needed to give us. He gave us a freaking
Mhm.
exciting knockout in the second round. He didn't leave it to the judges. He did show some holes in his stand up where he's gotta like, kind of sharpen up and not jump and lean in too much and
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. Maybe it's just that it was the length of Paul Craig too that was getting to him a little bit, and him being so just like awkwardly long because he's like an awkward fighter. Just the way he stands and moves is in the
Mm-hmm.
stand-up game. It's very awkward, I think, to get used to. Um, but yeah, exciting performance, exactly what he needed. 16-1 with the knockout against a big name like Paul Craig, shooting him
Yeah.
straight up into the fucking audiences of the fans. Like that's what's up. And he's kind of like a dorky dude on the mic too. Even when he's talking, he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And that's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
People like that.
Yeah, another one of the fight nerds, right? So he had the
Yeah.
glasses on. I don't know if he put those on DC or that was Ruffy who put those on DC, but someone put the Fight Nerds classes on DC, which was just great for the whole team.
Yeah, for
But
their brand.
they're making some great fighters out of that gym. Actually, once Brito and Jack Shore fought, I realized that the third Fight Nerds guy pulled out, or his opponent pulled out, and we didn't get to see the guy who was barking at the end of his post fight speech. I think it was
Oh, that's right.
Gene.
John. Jean.
Yeah. So that was sad, but like you said, Kyle chill with the stand up. He kept like jumping into like the weird left hook trying to catch Paul Craig.
Yeah.
I was like, man, dude, if you're in there with a good stand up guy, they're gonna know you're gonna do that, time you and smack you with a right down the straight.
Yeah. And they'll catch you
Kyle's
off
got a lot
balance
to
every
improve
time.
on. Kyle's got a lot to improve on, but like you said, bro, highlight real KO. That was a vicious KO.
Yep.
50K bonus to the homie. Um, but calls out Cannonier. Cannonier is booked in June to fight Imavov. Okay, you have to know these things here. Okay, um, he's Cannonier's already fighting backwards to fight Imavov. We're
Yeah.
not gonna make him beat Imavov and then fight back and beat Kyle. That's just not how the fucking UFC works. And these dumb fighters need to figure that shit out. So, um, who do we even give this fool? I say give him Dolidze. Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy Hernandez just fell out of that fight. If Dolidze wants to stay on the card, I say Kyle Dolidze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
He could jump in that card. When is that card? Is that 303?
June 302.
302. Okay, yeah, 302.
June 1st. It's
He could
soon.
jump in that card. He didn't take much damage at all. Fuck it.
No, no, exactly. And then, bro, what do you think the future entails for Paul Craig? Because we all love Paul Craig. Pound for pound, maybe one of the worst fighters on the entire roster, right?
All he
If
has
he
is
can't get you
jujitsu.
into his guard, that's it. This is not UFC 1, little bro. Like, you have nothing else but that. So I think his goose is cooked rather soon. If you ask me, Craig is out of the UFC really soon. I just don't see what he can threaten.
Yeah.
Every time he pulled guard, Kyle would just be like, okay, bye.
And that's all he was
You can't.
doing. Like as soon as he feels like he can't hang in the stand up, he tries to pull guard like that. And it's like, fuck, dude. Why don't you not pull guard and learn how to wrestle at least and get a takedown? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's you gotta expand beyond just jujitsu and your fucking Paul Craig accent. It's not gonna get you that fucking far.
Yeah, really. It's like, dude, if this is your whole game, you better fly your ass out to Dagestan and stay there for 6 months and learn how to wrestle. Isn't this your career? Don't like,
Straight up.
isn't this it? Um, in my notes, I put, I don't even know what to do with this man anymore. I think he needs to retire and do some grappling matches because I think he's just gonna keep getting hurt out there.
Yep, get
So
yourself
that's what
over
I
to
think.
submission underground, motherfucker.
There you go. The
All right.
boy.
On to the most exciting fucking fight of the night, in my opinion, bro. It only lasted a fucking round, but it was dope, of course, because fucking your boy Michel, dude.
God, I love him.
They were tripping on him coming out all calm. The commentators and shit. They're like, "Well,
Mm,
this is a little bit unexpected from Michel Pereira. He said he was gonna match the crowd's energy, but like,
mm-hmm.
dude, he did that shit in the cage, bro. He came out swinging. I mean, they were like feeling out each other for a second, like always, but he came out to fight, bro. Fucking throwing that heat and that backflip. Dude, I was getting pissed about that because they were like, oh, it might have
Yo,
hit him. His shin might have hit him in the face. That might have been illegal. Like, bro, shut the fuck up and stop trying to steal my dog's dub. This is bullshit.
I love that you're a supporter for the backflip. Let's circle back to that. Yes, great stand up. We use this fight a lot, and I think we're gonna brand it for the channel. Vicious. The word vicious, the body kicks, the punches, everything this man's doing to you, it's to hurt you. Pereira is too good for middleweight. This dude uh is just good everywhere. I don't know how. his wrestling defense is, but we just saw him choke this fool out and had him twitching on the ground like a damn fish. So not only can he sleep you, he'll choke your ass out too.
Dude, I don't I
Eh,
think it was the fucking MMA guru that fucking said it. He was all I think that the welterweights are just the world's best 185ers, to be completely honest. And fucking Michelle Pereira is fucking proving that kind of right, dude. He's just buzzsawing through these fools.
mhm. Absolutely buzzsawing him. Get smoked.
How's he
Hashtag
supposed to
justice
fight
for
so recent?
Shogun. Sorry?
How's he supposed to fight so soon though, too? After he just got knocked out.
Okay, yeah. Let's cancel that. That's not happening. Michelle Pereira, let's talk about it. Um, punches him in the face, drops Ihor Poteria. Instead of going up to Poteria, throwing some punches on the ground, he sees the opponent he just drops and says, fuck it. It's backflip time. I need
Savage.
this man to never I need him to just never do it again. He's gonna get DQ'd. Okay. And this was the final leg of my parlay. After he does that and then he gets the finish and he's walking around the octagon, it shows the commission talking to each other. And I'm like, he's gonna get DQ'd. I lost my fucking money. This dude's an absolute goofball. He wants to do backflips instead of ground and pound. Um, but they just didn't care. They didn't even call it. They just moved on.
Well, because he clearly didn't get him in the face, bro. When you watch the replay back, his knee lands right in like his shoulder and his shin hits his collarbone. And it's only illegal if you hit him in the face. And they're like trying to fucking look at all these angles and shit, but it was clear. Like it took 1 second of looking at that footage and you're like, oh, he's good. And they're over here talking
I,
about it for
I,
like fucking 5 minutes.
I understand it. I loved it. But I want to ask him, what is his intentions with the backflip? I thought what what I came to was the only positive is he backflips and lands both feet in the guts, right? Like in the belly. That's the only legal attack, I believe.
I think he's trying to get a double knee in the belly. Dude, that'd be fucking insane. He's trying to just destroy my dude's liver and intestines.
It was hilarious. I need him to never do it again. That was absolutely ridiculous. What's
Yeah,
his
just do
next
some
fight here?
Showtime pics or something.
Can yeah, can you pull up his age real quick? Because I got him a nice fight here.
He's like
We're
32
gonna
or something,
do
30.
okay, let's hope it's 30. We're gonna do Michelle Pereira. You're gonna love this one.
30.
Nice. Nice. That's a perfect age for middleweight too. We're giving him Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis coming off of that main event against Brendan Allen. Very close fight. You almost could have scored it for Curtis in that one. I
For
want to
sure.
see
That'd be a
this
good fight.
stand-up war. That will be a stand-up war.
That would be
So
a badass fight.
Curtis, yeah, Curtis versus Pereira. Ihor Poteria, you are not going to Saudi Arabia, buddy. You're gonna be icing your brain. We're we're gonna be giving the pirate Gregory RoboCop. There you
Okay.
go. Fixed it for you, UFC. And moving
Fucking
on.
write it down, Dana. All right, moving on to the upset of the night, bro. This was the biggest upset of the night. My boy Cisco, the only one to call it, bro. Only one in all of the universe to call this fight correctly. Anthony Smith came
You
through with
can
the first round sub. That was pretty respect. I got to give him respect where he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? I was shitting on him, but
you can call me
got some
Mystic
respect.
C because I predict these things. What did I tell y'all? I done told y'all I made a reaction video. This shit's about to go absolutely viral. I'm sitting on my couch, 7 tequila shots deep. I got money on the homie Anthony Smith. What does this absolute monster do? Sinks in the guillotine. Vitor Petrino's brain is the size of this fucking thing. Gets his head into the guillotine, slams him, get fucking choked out. That was easiest money I ever made. Shout out Believe You Me and shout out Anthony Smith. Antwo!
Antoine Smith.
I done told I done
Fucking
told y'all Petrino is not good enough. I
tell
knew
me
it.
you hey, tell me you weren't worried as fuck when he was throwing that heat at Antoine Smith, and Antoine was out there like, oh fuck, you seen his face, bruh.
Antoine Smith was like, I need to be careful, boy. Yes, I was sweating, sweating. Um, and then, even when Petrino engages with him and grabs him, I thought he had Smith. I thought he was gonna get a nice takedown, but Smith was like, fuck it. I'll just go for the guillotine. If I get it, I get it. If not, I'll try to work back up. Gets it.
That was like the
Perfect
first
guillotine.
successful guillotine in like 10 years pulled off in the UFC,
And
bro. We thought these guillotines were like outdated, but fucking I
yeah,
guess not.
I guess not. Shout out to Anthony Smith. Puts himself back into, you know, that top 10 spot. And I don't know if you've seen it. Pereira, Poatan, making videos about Anthony Smith all night, saying something about $50,000 or whatever. Hey,
Yeah. He's like, bet me. And dude, he made like some video, yeah, of him like fucking sleeping while he was watching the fight. That was hilarious.
it's funny, and all that's doing is putting that in people's head, right? Where you're like, can Smith choke out Pereira? Hey, hey, I'm not saying he deserves title shot next, of course not, but
What you
it's
saying?
Smith's dream. It's Smith's dream to get that belt. So I say we make the right decision, give him one more fight. If Poatan is still just gonna hang around and be light heavyweight GOAT, because fuck John Jones, um, let him at it. Let him at it. It's gonna sell. Anthony Smith and him are gonna go at it.
Give him that Michael Bisping treatment.
Why not, right? Okay, there you go. Tell Smith to stay ready, and if any of Pereira's opponents fall out, slide the homie right in there. Let's go,
Down with that.
Smith.
Antoine Smith will take that
Um,
fight. Um,
yes,
on to the
sir.
co-main event. This was a fucking great fight. Fucking great fight for Jose Aldo. He put an ass whooping on Martinez for sure.
Ooh, baby. Yes, he worked Martinez like a 9 to 5. Um, I don't know if we called Jose Aldo winning this, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so like we predicted, Jonathan Smith lives and dies by those leg kicks, bro. He's like this fool is the leg kick version of Paul Craig. You take away the leg kicks, the homie's cooked. And we
Yeah.
saw that. His boxing lacks. I mean, he does not have takedowns or submission game, so he has leg kicks. And once you're worried with the leg kicks, it opens up the hands. Aldo addressed the leg kicks right away, was throwing his own, outclassed him, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, outclassed him.
Threw some hard ass leg kicks himself. Fucking his footwork was just 10 times better than Martinez. Like his footwork was so much
Yeah.
better. He stayed out of range of those leg kicks when he needed to, got in close enough when he needed to strike, then popped back out and kind of just ate him up those first 2 rounds. And then
Hmm.
that third round, Martinez started to come back a little bit. He started to put some pressure. That's what it was too. Martinez was staying on the back foot a lot those 2 rounds. I mean, Jose was forcing it. But once he started putting the pressure a little bit, he got a little bit of success with the hands and some leg kicks, but Jose Aldo still took that third round too. Just at the end of the
Yep.
day, he regrouped himself, got back his footwork, and that was it. Started putting on the boxing clinic.
Too good. Hey, Jose Aldo's getting up there in age, but he did not show that in this fight. He looked honestly the best we've seen him in a really long time. In the
Yeah,
post
physically.
fight, they ask him what's next. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to the UFC and see what they want to do." That means pay me. That means pay me. And so what you do is you pay Jose Aldo. I got you a matchup. Um, we already have O'Malley versus Marab. We have Sanhagen versus Umar, and we have Peter Yan versus Cheeto. So that leaves Aldo versus Figueiredo.
That's an all right fight. That's a cool
Brazil,
Brazilian fight. But
Brazil versus Brazil.
tell me how you feel about this. You know what the fight was originally supposed to be for Aldo for this card?
I don't want to see it. He murders that old man, that brittle old man. That fool gonna pull out again.
I want to see Jose
Yes.
Aldo murder Dominic Cruz. I want to see Jose Aldo just fucking destroy that fool because that fool is playing possum his whole career. How many times is that fool gonna get hurt? Like, come on,
Mm.
man. And dude,
Yeah.
it's such a great nostalgia fight too. That fight would sell. That fight would be that's a good fight to put together. It's a good send off fight for fucking Dominic Cruz. Give him at least a big name that'll whoop his ass.
Okay, and that's what Aldo needs to talk to the UFC about because we can do that. He talks to the UFC and he can go on a Legends tour. He can fight Dominic Cruz. He can maybe even get the Cody Garbrandt fight that we've wanted for so long. You know, the names. Just fight the names.
Fuck yeah.
Or like I said, if you want one last run at the title, we'll give you the title route. So it's up to Aldo, but bro, I'm happy he's back and what a fucking performance.
Could have those names and the title route, bro. He'll sleep both of those fools in like the first or second round, and I think it's good to go. No damage, give him that title run too.
I feel you. All right, so I got Aldo versus Figgy, and then I want to see Martinez versus Rob Font.
That'd be a cool fight. See if
Yeah,
Font could
should
deal
be
with
a fun
fucking
one.
side kicks for the first time in his life.
Exactly. And I don't think he can, so that'll give Martinez a nice, nice fight. All right, moving on to the main event, Pantoja versus Erceg. Controversy on this one. People saying Erceg won based on damage. How did you score it? What'd you think?
So if I'm scoring it like a judge, like those silly little fucks sitting in their chairs and they're with their glasses, Pantoja wins. He
Mm-hmm.
got far more control time, got 9 takedowns, kept him on the fence, controlled the pace of the fight really for the most part.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and to me, like personally though, it was clear that Erceg was doing far more damage, landing the far better shots, far cleaner
Yep.
shots. Um, and yeah, a fight should be judged based off damage, in my opinion. But at the same time, this is mixed martial arts. Like you got to be able to stop those takedowns, and you got to be able to keep him off you when he's trying to clinch you and put you on the fence. Like that's your job. That's part of your job.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you could sleep him.
Yeah.
But to Alessandre's credit, he does have a chin. He fucking took some hard
Yeah.
shots. That elbow, those hooks, dude. He took some hard, clean shots. He got a chin.
Yeah, there was a highlight that I saw again this morning. Pantoja's pushing him. Erceg lands a right elbow into a left hook. Picture perfect. Pantoja just walks through it. You
Eats it.
can't tell me, bro. It eats it. I think only him and maybe Brandon Moreno is taking that.
Yeah.
If it's not for that chin, Steve Erceg is the champion. Um, is Steve Erceg the more skilled fighter or just the better
He's
stand-up
the more
fighter?
skilled striker for sure. Like there was a moments in that fight where fucking Steve Erceg had fucking Pantoja spinning around where he didn't know what he was doing.
Mm,
Erceg just like took a quick sidestep and he was like on the side of him where fucking Pantoja's
mm,
looking the other way. You know, he's clearly the more skilled striker. But you gotta stop the takedowns and stop the clinch work. Like this is basically
yeah,
what we called, right? We called that he was gonna just control the pace of the fight with his clinch work, putting him on the fence and getting the takedowns. And that's
yep.
what happened. But to Steve Erceg's credit, I think he did better than we thought on the stand up too, for sure. Like he fucking was landing those hard shots. He's got great footwork. I think it was just the experience, bro. It's just the
Yeah,
experience. If he had another 5 fights in the UFC under his belt before this fight happened, I think he wins that
he
fight every
wins.
day.
Hmm. Um, he proved himself to be a top five minimum flyweight. I think after this, you keep Steve Erceg in that like top five area because, dude, 5 rounds with the killer Pantoja. It's his first main event. He's in fucking Rio of all places.
It's his
Um,
first year in
it's
the
great.
UFC altogether. Like
First year
that's
in
an
the UFC.
achievement in and of itself.
Yeah. Steve Erceg's gonna touch gold. I do not doubt that for a second. I believe he'll be champion one day. He did super good. Pantoja, he's running out of contenders. This flyweight division, man. They're gonna have to call up some people. I don't even know from where. I don't
We
even
have to
know.
do another Ultimate Fighter season where they have the fucking other champions from the other organizations come through to fight the champ.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'm down. That was a dope season. Yeah, shout out to Erceg. Pantoja, I guess we give him Amir Albazi because there's just no one else for Pantoja to fight. For Steve Erceg, I want to see him fight Mateus Nicolau, the guy who just got knocked out last week by Alex Perez. I think Erceg can knock him out just like how Perez did. And what? Give him one more fight after that and throw him back in the title fight. Fuck it. The division is so shallow. Uh, he'll get a spot, no problem.
I think he needs at least two, 3 fights before he
Yeah.
gets a title shot again. He just needs the experience.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a great card.
Yeah.
A way better
Great.
card than I think anybody expected.
Yeah. Very fun fights. Great finishes, bruh. Fun atmosphere in Rio. And we're one step closer to 302 and 303, baby. Let's go. I can't wait.
Those gonna be some big cards, baby. You guys stay tuned, stay with us, give us a
Hell
like and
yeah.
subscribe. We love y'all, baby.